Welcome back. This is Shōgun Season 1, Episode 4, The Eightfold Fence. Last episode we left off with a few questions unanswered, so hopefully we'll get some answers to those, namely around, let's say, like the title, the rewards, etc. of a Hatamoto, some other interesting details around what's next for Toranaga and crew. Then, of course, how well is our pilot going to fare for, I guess, like land warfare when he's really when really all of his tactics are naval based. We could see him being a little bit calculating, as well as a little, I guess, hesitant to actually accept the position to train all the soldiers, just because, again, like, he's naval based for the majority of his tactics. So I think he's going to try to use this to obviously get in with Toranaga a little bit deeper, and then eventually trying to get more of that alliance kind of solidified. But that's enough talking for me. We still have an episode to watch here. Go ahead and grab a drink, some snacks, and we will get started. Is this why I have to pay so much for any of my letters to get delivered quickly? Actually, just running them on foot. Yeah, talk about hand delivered. Literal meaning, right?
藪重様と藪重様のお客人である関東のご領主吉井虎長様をこの村にお迎えすることに相なった。急ぎ支度をいたせ。
どうかその儀ばかりはご容赦くださりませ。
あの虎長様が安仁様を見込んで旗本の身分をお与えになったのでござります。
そんなバカな。
旗本になられたからには安仁様にも奥方がいりまする。
伏してお願い申し上げます。どうか出家して尼になるお許しをくださりませ。
なりませぬ。さようなこと。
一体私が何をいたしたと申されますか。我が子の後を追わせてもらえぬばかりか。こたびは万人に嫁げなどと。
I mean, that's a fair point.
私はなんとむごい人間なのでございましょう。マリコ様とて死別されたばかりでござります。
文太郎様は誇り高い最後を遂げられました。私はその志を継ぎ、これからも殿への忠義を尽くすまででござります。
Again, I'm gonna say I don't think he died.
私は虎長様を信じております。
That's my plot twist for this.
わずか1年の辛抱じゃ。半年ならと申しておりまする。
Good negotiator.
一刻の猶予もないのじゃ。大老衆が父上の後釜にキャツラの操り人形を任命してしまう前に我が隊を仕上げておかねば。
後釜。
藪重殿には言わなんだかの。広松に命じておいたのじゃ。大坂を出立次第大老職を辞すると記した書状を届けるようにとな。
なんと大老職辞されたと。
やむを得なかったのでな。
しかしもはや自らを死地に追い込んだようなもの。大義もご家来衆も味方の大名も皆討ち揃うて破滅ですぞ。いやいや出雲滅亡じゃ。ああ、無料承知申し上げる。ことここに至っては直ちに切腹されるがしかるべき策にございます。
ありがたい申し出。
You guys got jokes.
正式なご沙汰が届くまではわしの首も胴につなげたままにしておこう。
Whose army is that?
藪重様です。All loyal to 虎長様。もうそっと義酒を買えばよかった。あれが同じ万人でございましょうか。
今旗本に成り上がりおってな、屋敷を与えられたゆえ手配を頼みたい。そこに奴の性質と通常務める戸田の御家殿も住まうことになる。
五大老が名ばかりとなった今、父上の首には途方もない値打ちがござります。野心を持つ味方は味
So
方
he
では
has
ご
a
ざりません。
consort and a house so far.
安仁様、this is Omi様, the lord of this village.
Actually, we've met. Oyo shall and fuck yourself, you sniveling little shipwreck.
我ら一同ご到着を待ちわびておりましたぞ。お聞きくださ
That's
れ。
kind of a badass.
藪重様。藪重様。藪重様。
虎長様、我が配下の者どもに拝謁を賜りますれば、これに勝る喜びはございませぬ。
藪重様。藪重様。藪重様。藪重様。藪重様。藪重様。
伊豆の侍たちを我が法友にして一連卓上の同志 貸木藪重殿の軍勢に目通りが叶い喜ばしく思うぞ。今や国運が日の本を大安としておる。おごり高ぶった逆賊から日の本を守らねばならん。太閤殿下のご意志を汚す者どもに天誅が下されんことを。忠義のために戦う者たちよ、この吉井虎長そなたらの志に頭を下げます。
Yeah, I got goosebumps towards the end of that. Still kind of getting a little bit of them. That's crazy. Seems like he's kind of shocked. He's like, huh, I didn't expect him to like rally so hard for him, even though we're with him as allies and friends and all that. Is he in the boat?
父上が戻るまでに大砲隊を鍛え上げておかねばならない。
Oh my goodness. More plans within plans within plans.
もっそっと安い酒を買えばよかった。
Yep. Nice. I think it's kind of like starting to resonate with him, just how loyal the people are. Like, while it may not make sense maybe for like his culture, for them it's so heavily based on honor and loyalty.
Muraji. Aye?
Hi. Welcome, Anjin sama.
My men. I'd like to see them now. Where are they?
実は皆様別の場所にお移りになりまして、あ、でも安全な場所でございます。
I'm sorry, I don't. Look, maybe you can help me. Here.
おい、何をしておる。
ご自分の船へお行きになりたいようでございます。
What now? Let go.
この船はお前のものではない。立ち入りは禁じられておる。
I am afraid you are forbidden from boarding without permission.
My own ship.
If there is something you need,
Well, there is, yes. My pistols and my men. Keep asking to see them.
your men were brought to Toranaga-sama's city of Edo for their safety. As for your guns, we
They're
can fetch them
hostages.
if it becomes necessary.
Now look here, Mariko. Your lord and I had an arrangement. That ship and its crew now belong to me.
You're quite mistaken.
Yeah.
Your ship and crew now belong to Toranaga-sama,
Who you're now
and he
loyal
will
to.
use them as he wishes.
Well, thank you for the clarification.
Anjin-sama, this is Uejiro, the gardener.
Konnichiwa, Uejiro-sama.
Sorry, we do not use sama for Uejiro. It is not proper. Your house is ready for inspection. Right this way.
My house.
Everything here has been prepared specially by your staff.
My staff.
You will find your sleeping room as well as Fujisama's room, and the guest room where I will be staying. Perhaps you would like some tea after a long journey?
Why have I been given all this?
It is only fitting for a Hatamoto.
Oh, wait a minute. How long am I expected to be here?
Nagakato-sama says training will take at least 6 months.
Sorry. 6 months.
You agreed to train these men, you remember?
I do, yes. For the return of my men and my ship.
Please, be patient, Anjin-sama. As Hatamoto, you have been given a home, a generous salary of 240 koku a year,
I don't want any generous cuckoos.
and Fujisama as a consort.
Well, I'm sure she's very nice, but I don't want a woman. I don't wish to pillow her, pillow on her, or near her, or do any damn pillowing at all.
In any case, she will look after your house and your servants, handle your financial matters.
I love how she's just like casually
To
ignoring
refuse would be a
everything.
terrible
It's like,
insult
this
to our
is
lord.
just the way it is. Like, just got to deal with it.
But I do refuse. I refuse all of this. I came here under clear terms with Toranaga. Sorry. Toranaga-sama. Now he's bloody vanished. And I'm bloody prisoner all over again. Just with better living quarters.
Sure.
6 months. 6 months. You really don't have to be here. Go away. Oh. She won't let me alone. Wherever I go, she is.
It is not customary for one's consort to sleep while he's awake.
But it's a foolish custom.
You should not walk on moss. It is very disrespectful. If I may, I believe Fujisama merits better. She's my late husband's niece. Accomplished and highborn.
Well, that's absolutely wonderful for her.
And recently, her husband and infant son were put to death. Her husband had insulted Ishido-sama, and something had to be done in order to prevent bloodshed.
Shouldn't she be grieving then? Instead of following around the maroon.
Well, she has to take up, like she's next in line to take on
we
her
have lost
the
by
dreams and beliefs, right?
Continuing their fight.
Yeah, continuing the fight.
Rubbish. Child has no fight.
The child's father served Torananga-sama. And now being your consort allows Fujisama to do the same. It gives her a place.
Well, you'd never know it to look at her. Bereaved mother. Or widow.
Do you know of the Eightfold Fence?
Imagine not wearing your emotions on your sleeve the entire time that you're out and about doing literally anything.
It is something we are
What a
taught
novel
to build
concept.
within ourselves. An impenetrable wall behind which we can retreat whenever we need. You must train yourself to listen without hearing. For instance, you can listen to the sound of a blossom falling or the rocks growing. If you really listen, your present circumstance vanishes.
The rocks growing. Interesting.
Do not be fooled by our politeness, our bows, our maze of rituals. Beneath it all, we could be a great distance away. Safe. And alone.
That's terribly sad and depressing, but also the mental fortitude it would take to do something like that for like all your life potentially. Commendable. It's essentially meditation in a way, right? Like a small gesture to try to like win him over. You're not totally alone.
Go to hell.
Omi-sama insists it is forbidden to bring your weapons today.
Nonsense. Your people bring swords wherever they go.
He says guns are different. You must turn them over.
Iie. Wakarimasu ka? Iie. Not his prisoner anymore. Where I come from, you ask guests to do things.
Please! There is no need for this. You are protected.
About to start blasting.
For some reason, I just can't shake the memory of our first meeting.
マリコ様、アンジー様におっしゃってくださりませ。鉄砲は私にお預けくだされと。
Give the guns to Fujisama. She's your consort. She will give her life to defend them.
I can damn well defend myself.
アンジー様。お預けくださりませ。
Till this milk dribbling fucks me, I'm ready to go.
心得違いがあったと丁重に詫びておられまする。
鉄砲
Oh shit.
お引き取りくださりませ。
Shows respect when she does it, huh? Okay. I see you. Also, it's interesting that she's not, like, holding them directly. Well, I guess she's touching it there, obviously, but, like, the left arm, as well as, like, when she first got them, didn't actually have any, like, direct contact. I have to look that up after, see if that's the
Yagishima-sama
thing.
says his men do not need to learn basic skills like loading or cleaning muskets. The Portuguese brought us guns 50 years ago. We are very experienced with it.
わしらが入りようとしておるのは戦術じゃ。敵がまだ見たことも聞いたこともない異国の戦術じゃ。
He asks about Any tactics our enemies might not yet know.
Right. Tactics.
そういう申し合わせであったはずじゃ。安心殿は虎長様が旗本に取り立てたほどのお方。それぐらいの働きはしてもらわねばなるまい。
Well then, let me tell you about tactics. I will begin by describing for you a great battle. We call it the Siege of Malta.
マルタの包囲戦についてお話しくださりまする。大層なお戦だったそうです。
60,000 Islamic Turks, the cream of the Ottoman Empire, had come against 600 Christian knights, supported by a few thousand Maltese auxiliaries at their vast castle complex at St. Elmo. Now, the knights had successfully withstood the 6-month siege and incredibly had forced the enemy to retreat in shame. We are taught this victory saved the whole Mediterranean seaboard and thus Christendom.
Sorry, you said taught?
Yes.
You did not experience it?
Well, 35, 40 years ago.
So you yourself did not fight in this battle? You were not even born when this battle was fought.
おい、何を話しておるのじゃ。
申し訳ございません。確かめたいことがございまして。Perhaps you might start again. Except this time, describe a battle you have actually fought in.
Well, as I may have mentioned to your lord on multiple occasions, I am a sea pilot, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Not a great deal of infantry battles at sea.
You got cannons, though. I mean, your ship had, what, like 21 of them? It's probably like the most direct translation for any weapon stuff.
Please tell him that, in my opinion, gun tactics are useless compared to the fine art of English naval warfare.
鉄砲の戦術ではなく、イギリス式の海戦術をしない。
Unless I guess you could take like some
Castle,
ship
you know, like, it's impregnable,
maneuvers.
yes, with swords, even matchlocks. To lay siege would take months. But
I don't know.
anchor my ship and cannon within a few thousand yards, and your army could breach the castle walls without so much as an arrow stretching to graze their cheeks. Just let me demonstrate.
If they had guns for like 50 plus years, I'm sure they've had cannons at this point. So I don't know like what's gonna
How do I say it?
change.
Back.
It's just more of the same.
後ろ。大筒が的に当たるなんてな。
Would you mind hitting the wedge?
たわけ大筒が的に当たるはずがない。ポルトガル人が何年も前に試しておる。
Pierce your charge. Prime. Now clear the hubs. Fire. Clear the hubs and fire.
Okay.
Well done.
キャツの大筒は物が違うのかもしれんな。
Is it just the way he's using them, or are they actually different like types of cannons? Are these the ones from a ship?
Prime.
I don't quite understand, I guess. Unless the Portuguese were like purposely faking that they couldn't hit the target just so Japanese don't want to take off cannons. Just so the Portuguese have more of an advantage. I don't know.
Kikase kudasai.
はい。
Kudasai.
ください。
Kudasai.
はい。
He really likes that spot. Okay, so these are the journals that he had. So I guess she's doing the translation.
Decent pace.
Is that also what
虎長様 will be pleased.
There are other ways.
his consort was doing?
I could help him.
And she was writing something down
My
too, I think.
Erasmus is a single ship, but a fleet would be something else entirely. My men in Edo could help me build him a navy. Jin. The hell was that?
Just a baby earthquake.
An earthquake.
Baby what?
You will most certainly
don't know if
experience
he's-
more while you are here.
I forget if there's
There are
actually
also
like any
tsunami that come
plates
from
or
the
anything
sea
like
and
that
fires
over
that
in
break out in the villages and
England.
cities. This is why our houses are built
Could be
to
the
go
first
up as
time you ever
quickly as they
experienced
come
one.
down. Because death is in our air, in sea and earth. It can come for us at any moment. Before you meddle with our politics, just remember, we live and we die. We control nothing beyond that.
またお筒でござりまする。あの万人がこの村に参ってから嫌な話ばかり耳にいたしまする。
お菊、夜なく鳥を。村人の安寧まで気にかけるとはあっぱれじゃ。
からかわないでくださいまし。藪重様がお越しになると村中ピリピリいたしますゆえ。
叔父上は我らが主君、難しいお方じゃが、この村が栄えるかどうかは叔父上のご一存次第じゃ。
近江様が私どものお殿様であればよろしゅうござりましたのに。
Plant those seeds of ambition. Double entendre. But I don't know. I've read too much like manga, manhwa, any like martial artist based ones as well. Just know that like all the sex and stuff, sex is an SECT, and just information gathering sex in general, even prostitution, all that jazz.
Increases the radius within which damage occurs and the nature of the damage.
I'd be very hesitant to actually reveal information to people like that.
Awesome. That's it.
申し上げます。西から一同の手勢が参りました。関所を破ったようでございまする。率いておるのは江原上善でござる。
What's going on?
Man, that'd suck to be like a flag bearer, banner bearer. Just having to run all the time like that next to the horses. Like, come on, man.
戦支度をしておるようじゃの。どうかお分かりいただきたい。あの夜虎中が逃げ出すなどと、それがしはいささかもしれなんだのじゃ。
お主への飯踏みじゃ。大坂に戻り、大老評議に二心なき旨を改めて誓い宣言を受けようとの達しである。
何もかも誤解でござる。
断ると申すか。
それがしを殺せば石堂様は得難い味方を失うことになるぞ。
されば心は決まっておるとな。石堂様にお主が敵対の意を示したとお知らせするので。
いいか、遠からず戦が始まる。お主は石堂様からその戦に勝つための唯一の手立てを奪う気か。あの万人の持ってまいった大筒は、それがしがこれまで見てきた大筒とは物が違う。キリシタンが金丹を縮み上がらせる代物よ。お主とは古くから馴染みじゃ。頼む、今宵はここに泊まってくれ。明日大筒の演習がある。それを見て役に立たぬと思うたならこの首慎んで石堂様に差し出そう。
よかろう。
上善殿とご家来衆の宿所を用意いたす。ご一行は明日大筒の演習を見物なさる。
何言うじゃ。
我らの大筒に何ができるかお目にかけるためでござる。上善殿が大坂でその守備をお伝えくだされば、あまねく大名がお父上のお力に恐れ入るはずでござる。
せいぜい恐れ入らせてもらおうか。
I don't know, it's a little bit of a weak reasoning, right?
大領衆に二心なき胸を誓えと。
断るのであろうな。
無論にございまする。長門様、お父上を裏切るなどと疑われただけでも不愉快千万。拙者はお父上のためなら命も捨てる覚悟でござる。
I'm pressing X to doubt.
あの男のために死ぬことになろうとは表を見なんだわ。
It's time to write another will.
And so the regents in Osaka are pressuring Ebushige.
He will be declared a fugitive for refusing their order, but if he returns to Osaka, he will no doubt be ordered to commit seppuku. Eat, please.
What have you got there?
This may be not for you.
How do you mean? Let me try some.
安仁様が納豆を召し上がるそうじゃ。
Ah, natto.
ご決心は
Okay.
固いようでござりまする。
It's like a fermented soybean. It's kind of like a, not sticky, but
Would you mind
it's
telling
got a very
Fruity
distinct
something
flavor.
on my behalf?
It's a little bit sticky.
I wanted to apologize for
I think
the way
distinct flavor
I
and a
behaved when I
distinct
was first
smell.
brought here.
It's very common,
安仁
I
様
want
の
to say,
ご
in
礼を
like
詫びたいと
morning
仰せでございま
breakfasts,
する。
especially like on the go type situations. You can mix it with a
I
whole
believe
bunch of
this
different
is-
stuff too.
How you offer gifts, so excuse my crude wrapping. I'd like to thank her for her excellent service to this house. Ask that she accepts this gift as a gesture of my gratitude. Those are the best guns a sailor can have, and I'll miss that one greatly. But if she's one to do her job well, she'll need the best.
この鉄砲をくださるそうでござりまする。
私にはこれをどう扱えばいいのやら。
I'll teach her how to use them. She'll be the most fearsome lady in the Japans.
The
これ
Japan.
で安仁様の身を守れるようにと。
ひょうたんから駒が出るとはこのことでござりましょうか。
安仁様なりの優しさでござりましょう。
There it is with the hands not directly touching.
亡き父の形見にござりまする。安仁様にお伝えくださいまし。私は刀も持っておらぬお方の性質にはなれませぬと。
Oh wow.
富士様 as your consort. like you to carry her family swords.
It's a great honor.
They are a symbol of her late father's bravery.
Much more so than a gun or two, but...
I can't accept this.
何卒お納めくださりませ。Fujisama rightly points out that, as Hatamoto, it is not proper for you to have no swords to carry. So you must accept. どうか。
形家のごじりまする。
ござりますると申します。
ござりまする。ござりまする。I'll get it right one of these bloody days.
I remind you that you are under no obligation to try this dish.
It's a bit like cheese. Very stinky. Possibly spoiled cheese. But, quite enjoyable.
It's a very wholesome moment. I
上
really
手
enjoyed
に
that.
大砲を見られたのは手落ちでございました。上善めが我らの策を一同に中心することを危惧しておりまする。
厚かましいゲスどんめが。
お父上に文を送ってはいかがでございましょう。お指図はおいでは。
誰も彼もわしを見くびっておる。わしなど身の藁の不祥のせがれ未熟者に過ぎぬと。しかし今こそ我らの名に恥じぬよう誰かが立ち上がらねば。
さりとてお父上のお許しがないまま戦を始めるのがいかがかと。
父上も同じようなことを言うとった。自ら動くな。敵がしくじるまで待てとな。
我らが置かれたこの深刻な状況をドラナガ様にお分かりいただくことさえできれば。
父上が人の話を聞かぬからな。
しからばす敵に我らの戦略を披露するしか手はないのでございまするな。
I don't like that Omni, or Omni, no, Omni, Jesus,
父上に文は送れてないぞ。
is kind of buttering him up a little
考
bit,
えがある。
especially with drink. And we kind of know from like the previous instances how prone he is to want to fight. Fear he's going to do something very stupid. Is that a hot spring? Jeez.
Sit.
Sorry, Fujisama said you were off on a walk.
Yes, I was.
I am happy to see you have changed your mind about bathing.
Would you care to sit?
Kind of awkward.
I
That
came
kind
here
of
to
it just
thank you
is.
for your gift to Fujisama. It was very meaningful for her to receive.
As her gift was to me.
I also wanted you to know you're wrong about my service in Ajiro. It has nothing to do with the church. I have not told you my family name, but it is well known in Japan. Many years ago, a great injustice stole everything from me. For a long time, I have been unable to seek resolution for what happened. But recently, Toranaga-sama offered me a way.
What sort of resolution? You said your houses here are designed to be rebuilt as quickly as they are destroyed. So if a house is ruined and rebuilt and ruined and rebuilt 50 times over, if I see it, I fail to see its ruins. I see only a house, and here I see a much woman.
Kind of don't be shackled by your
One
past.
who owes me no explanations.
Where you are in the present is obviously who you are.
What is the name of it again? The city of your birth?
London.
A city like Osaka?
A city, yes, but nothing like Osaka. It's crowded, filthy. Plenty to do, though.
What would you do there? On a night like this?
Well, if you were with me, all the way from the Japans.
The Japans?
I'd take you to see my queen.
Would she receive us?
Oh, yes, I'm sure. And we tour the grounds. Richmond Palace. Sit down for a stuffy dinner. And then to make up for it, I take us all to see a play. Do you have plays here?
Yes. They're very popular. They're quite sad and tragic mostly.
Yes, we have tragedies. Doomed lovers. Cursed kings.
And after that?
Suppose we go for a walk.
Yes. Sampo suru.
Sampo
Suru.
Suru. We eat Sampo Suru along the Thames. It's a big river. Runs right through the city, and at night it's quite something. And you can almost forget yourself and all your troubles and your past and all the ways life seems to leave you wrecked. They all just disappear.
And then you are free.
Yes. I think so.
Oh, snap. Just what the doctor ordered, some pillowing. But it's also a callback to previous episode.
Rain is very beautiful today. Rain. E.
I don't know why that's so funny, it just is. It's like, okay.
Good morning.
You seem in good spirits.
As I should be. After a night of good company.
The courtesan was acceptable then.
Oh, come
I'm
on
glad to
now.
hear it.
Just gonna play that off. That's
Fuji-sama
crazy.
and I thought she would make a pleasing gift.
I don't understand. You're not, That was a very thoughtful gift.
Alrighty, let's see how we can fuck this up. Take them all hostage or something.
8つ目に対等させておる。不吉な伝承に違いない。今日の演習の的は長門殿が自ら手配されたものじゃ。
これはお見事。長門殿は猿楽でも食っていけそうではござらぬか。の
う。こたびの演習では大筒が野原を飛び越え的を正確に爆破する様子をご覧いただく。長門殿、そろそろ始められてはいかがかな。
Capture them, do it now.
なるほど、引け引け。
What's happening?
I do not know.
Ebara Jozen! 己にはもはや我慢がならぬ。父上の名を侮辱した報いじゃ。今こそ成敗してく
Oh,
れ。
come on, man.
一体どうなされた。
Like,
刀を
too
収めなされ。
predictable.
上善殿はご体のご下にござるぞ。
Hey, yo. And it's the chain ones too? Holy.
これは誰が命じたことじゃ。
それがしじゃ。吉井虎長の息子、吉井中野が命じたことじゃ。
とんでもない挑発行為にござるぞ。この件はお父上にご中心いたしますぞ。
構わぬ。むしろ父上に知っていただきたい。
He's such an idiot, man. This is like why his father doesn't. Well, among the other reasons why his father doesn't trust him, but it's just like he's so impulsive. It makes no sense. Like you don't listen to anything your father's taught you. Dude, wait, Omi, look at Omi in the back. He was smiling, dude. He's like, yes, this played out like perfectly. Oh my god. He's such an imbecile. Holy crap. So I was looking up the two things that kind of piqued my interest this episode. One was pulling the gourd from the horse. Apparently it's just like a normal proverb, and it's similar to like when pigs fly, as like the more English translation. They were saying like the meaning is that something unexpected comes out of an unexpected place, or like it's never gonna happen, right? And then the second thing was related to why Fuji-sama was essentially using like her cloth in between like her direct skin contact and the guns, and same thing with the swords, when she was actually bestowing those as a gift to John. And it looks like the best explanation is similar to what this person said, because the Japanese sword was considered the soul of a samurai. It was considered unseemly for a wife, mother, or daughter to touch it with her bare hands. The fact that she treated the gun as if it were a Japanese sword suggests that she recognized it as a katana for Blackthorn, which is pretty interesting. And then, in addition, because of Shinto beliefs and ideology regarding spiritual contamination, called Kigare, Kegare. Women in particular could not touch sacred objects or enter sacred places without performing a purification ritual called misogi, Misogi, because of menstruation, which is interesting. But okay, this was a great continuation from the previous episode. Right from the get-go, we get to see Lord Toranaga's influence and kind of like reverence by the people. Maybe that's the wrong term for it, but the soldiers in the very beginning who are loyal to Yabashige, who obviously is loyal to Toranaga, they showed great reverence or just appreciation, respect, honor, whatever you want to call it, to Toranaga himself, and it kind of caught Yabashige off guard a little bit. So that was entertaining to watch. We got the reintroduction of John and Omi, so that's kind of a funny little back and forth, I guess, if you will, in the very beginning. And then also the character development, not only for Omi this episode, but for Fuji-sama, his new consort. I feel like they did a fantastic job kind of like fleshing out more of her personality and the way she's approaching all this. Obviously, she doesn't want to be there. She didn't want to do the full year. I think it's kind of a disgrace, but she's, again, loyal to Toranaga, so she's willing to do at least 6 months. And then she'll go ahead and retreat from the clan, or leave the clan, and become a nun. Similar to some of my questions from last episode, we did see what the title Hatamoto actually brings with it. Not only respect, obviously the honor, and the direct servitude of our Lord Toranaga, but we could see that he received a house, staff, and as John said, cuckoos. So he got some money as well, right? And then a consort outside of the staff, which is Fuji-sama. The overall tactics presented in this episode that John was kind of falling back to regarding the naval warfare more specifically, because again, that's what he's experienced with, seems to be cannon-based as opposed to guns, because they already had the muskets for at least 50 years from the Portuguese at this point. I'm going to assume that those cannons are from the ship, as opposed to the Portuguese ones that they may already have, for the sole fact that he was able to use them at range, and it seemed a little bit different. At least from Yabashige's point of view, he's able to hit those targets at a long range, obviously, whereas he wasn't previously able to do that, I guess, with the Portuguese cannons. Relationships in this episode were absolutely beautiful to see kind of blossom/flourish. So starting off, we have, in my opinion, the first one, which would be between John and Fuji-sama. So it kind of obviously started off as a little bit rough, like John wasn't really comfortable with her always being around, even though it's pretty much her job. But we could kind of see that respect slowly grow throughout the episode and then come to a apex when they actually exchanged gifts. So I thought that was really touching. And then we jump over to Mariko, who obviously had an apex as well, but and hers was kind of the same as Fuji's. Like, it started off like, okay, equal, like, I don't want to be here either, but this is just in duty of our Lord, who you are now a part of. Like, you serve the Lord as well. And we made that very clear. Was able to see him grow a little bit into the position and actually start treating the training regimen with a little bit more, I guess, respect, and actually doing his duty. However, then it dipped because I believe like her and maybe Fuji, I think that's what we were seeing, then translate the journal. And obviously she was able to read kind of all the wrong things that John's done in his travels. So that dipped their relationship a little bit. But then like once they got to the hot spring and a little bit before that, it started kind of going back up, right? Especially like trying the natto, actually engaging in the culture, even if he didn't want to be there, based on his like earlier expression of kind of his frustrations. And then obviously once we hit the hot spring, like that's just a whole nother ramp up period. And then of course, again, like the apex, once they actually engage in the pillowing. Still a hilarious term to me. So I'm kind of excited to see where that relationship will end up going. And then another relationship kind of on the side that we introduced or continued was between Omi and I think her name's Kiku, or not consort, but the, I don't want to say prostitute, but essentially that. So we can kind of see that relationship building into something, which again, going back to that whole secular talk, I'm unsure if she's a spy maybe, or like Ishido or something. I have no real reason to believe that, but it could be interesting as a kind of like gacha, if you will. Again, I'm just kind of relying on manga and stuff I've read where they usually are kind of like an information sec providing just details to whoever asks or whoever pays. And this one kind of caught me off guard as another relationship between Omi and the son. I forget his name already, but Toranaga's son, that is. It was interesting to see how much influence Omi had to kind of like instigate, I guess, the son into starting this war. Granted, alcohol was involved, but we've already seen the son kind of be quick to action, quick to emotional response, especially as it regards Ishido, which obviously once Jozen came in was, I think, enough of a tipping point to kind of start this. And as the final relationship between Yabushige, Ishido, and Jozen, that whole situation, obviously Yabushige is trying to say, like, no, I'm still on your side, like, I'm not with Lord, like, he didn't tell me what was going to happen, he caught me off guard, essentially, caught me with my pants down, but I'm still loyal to you guys, so he's gonna have to go prove that, which I don't know how that's going to go now, but that was the final relationship I could kind of think of. And then at the very end of the episode, we hit kind of the cliffhanger of Toranaga's son quite literally pulling the trigger. Well, not literally, but pulling the cannons, I guess, from across the way. And just absolutely decimating all the men from Ishido's crew. And now we have started a war. So this is very troubling indeed. I have no idea where to go from here. Toranaga is obviously not in the loop. I'm fearful for what that means for everybody, but I guess we'll find out next time. If you did enjoy the episode, feel free to give the video a like. As always, if you want to continue the conversation, the comment section down below is a wonderful avenue to do so. And finally, if you want to follow along on this journey or any future episodes for any other show, subscribing is the easiest way to do that. Have a great day. Bye.